Now, an emergency weather alert from Andy's Randomness.
Okay. Good morning for anybody on the U.S. East Coast. Good evening for anybody in the Central Time Zone. This is specifically for my Central Time Zone viewers. It is now 11:18 p.m. on September 13th, 2020. Good evening to anybody who may be affected in Louisiana and Mississippi, because this is a drastic storm. Let me present myself if you're new here. My name is Andy Pollack. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I cover major breaking news stories and all kinds of random things here on YouTube. We have a breaking news story, potentially. Tropical Storm Laura is currently right now over the Florida Panhandle, as you can see here. There are a couple things on the radar we'll take a look at on the infrared. So here's the infrared right here. There's some right here potentially affecting a little bit of Florida, but only as a tropical storm. The National Hurricane Center believes that this storm will become a hurricane sometime on Monday, September 14th. They believe in the late afternoon hours this will become a Cat 1 hurricane, potentially. There are some suggestions that this storm could become a Cat 2, but it is too early to predict. The National Hurricane Center believes that there will be more likely a chance by tomorrow that there will be a more clear picture on the storm, of course. And I'm going to be checking your comments as we go along here. I'm on LTE, by the way, so that way no issues happen. So we're going to read the 11 p.m. Eastern advisory. So we'll take a look at this. So it says right here, and if I'm zoomed in, good, I'm zoomed in. I want to make sure if anybody's on a tablet or a smartphone, you can see it. Alright, here we go. From the National Hurricane Center in Miami. Sally is forecasted to slow down and become a hurricane on the 14th. Life-threatening storm surge, hurricane force winds, and heavy rainfall expected along portions of the northern Gulf Coast starting on the 14th. So that is currently the 14th where I am in New York. But once again, Central Time Zone viewers who may be affected by this, I know that it's only 11:21 p.m. where you may be along the Mississippi-Louisiana coastline. So currently right now, this is about 140 miles south-southwest of Panama City, Florida. 185 about the mouth of the Mississippi River. Maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour, categorizing it as a tropical storm. So right now it is at 996. We take a look at the SAFAR right here. In order for this to be a Cat 1, it needs to be 980. The NHC thinks that it is a possibility that the 980 millibands could happen sometime on the 14th. So that is tomorrow on Monday. So let's go back to this. I do apologize. Okay, so hurricane warning has been extended eastward from Ocean Springs, Mississippi to the Mississippi-Alabama border. Strong storm surge warning has been extended eastward from the Mississippi-Alabama border to the Alabama-Florida border, including Mobile Bay. So they got storm surge warning from Port Fortune, Louisiana to the Alabama-Florida border. Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Mauropas, and Lake Bourne. Mobile Bay. A hurricane warning is in effect from Morgan City, Louisiana to the Mississippi-Alabama border. So they think that a hurricane is going to impact metropolitan New Orleans. A tropical storm warning is in effect from Mississippi-Alabama border to Indian Pass, Florida. Intercoastal City, Louisiana to the west of Morgan City. They think that a tropical storm watch is warranted for Indian Pass to Okeechobee River, Florida. So storm surge flooding is definitely possible. We've seen in 15 years after Katrina that there's still some weaknesses in the levees. So NHG doesn't mess around with this stuff. Okay, they want to get people prepared now. Okay, so again, they think that this is definitely going to hit Louisiana. But depending where, they think it could be New Orleans. So I'm concerned with the Storm Prediction Center. They haven't given an update from Oklahoma. I've looked at the day 2 update, and we'll go to them in just a second if we can pull up their Twitter. You would think that they would be listed in severe cat weather 2 for a day 2 outlook. No, they don't have that even listed yet. I looked at that earlier tonight, and that got me very suspicious. Why wouldn't they have that listed yet? Yeah, here we go. They have marginal risk for a majority of the Gulf Coast. But I'm wondering where's the day 2 outlook. Because I tried looking at it. I can't figure it out. Yeah, see, here's Tuesday. They got marginal risk. But if this is going to be a hurricane, at least a Cat 1, they got to put it in the enhanced risk. Because it may have to go up. This may have to go up within the next 24 hours at least. They got to update this. So maybe 12 hours the most, which would be noon my time. So that has to be looked into. But there's no eye. So this is still a tropical storm at the moment on the infrared. Okay, so we'll just look at the messages at the moment, and I'm going to take any questions or comments you may have, because I know it's a little bit scary to think that New Orleans is going to go through another hurricane again, considering that 2 weeks ago was just the 15-year anniversary of Katrina. So, let's take a look at this. It's too early to determine where Sally's center will move on shore, given the uncertainty in the timing and location of Sally's northward turn near the central Gulf Coast. Users should now focus on the details of the official track, since National Hurricane Center's average forecast error is at 48 hours and is around 80 miles, and dangerous storm surge, rainfall, and wind hazards will extend away from the center. An extremely dangerous and life-threatening storm surge is expected outside the southern Louisiana. Excuse me for a second. Louisiana Hurricane and Storm Risk Damage Reduction System from Port Foxtron, Louisiana to the Alabama-Florida border, where a storm surge warning is in effect. Residents in these areas should follow any advice given by local elected officials. Hurricane conditions are expected by late Monday within portions of the hurricane warning area from Morgan City, Louisiana, to the Mississippi-Alabama border, including metropolitan New Orleans, with tropical storm conditions likely to begin on Monday. Preparation should be rushed to completion in these areas. Now, I will mention something important. I've been keeping an eye on this since earliest was Thursday. So I knew this was going to hit Key West. Key West got flooded over the weekend. So now here we are. We're approaching Monday, and now we are concerned as people who watch the weather closely that this is going to be a ripple effect to New Orleans. That's what this looks like. So they think that this is also going to impact parts of Mississippi and Alabama. Flooding is expected throughout the week in the southeastern U.S. Got an official cone. So the good news is, unlike Laura, this isn't going to be a major storm. So, best bet, we're looking at a Cat 1 right now. Best bet. But I would say, to be on the safe side with the Sapphire, at least this is going to be a Cat 2. You'll see the winds get to 90-something with the gusts being 100. There's a chance right there. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, there we go. See? If you can't see my mouse, let's see. Can I get my mouse back? Yeah, I do apologize. I will get my mouse on in just a second, so fix that. There we go. I know my mouse wasn't being shown. Okay, so as you can see here, there's the area of New Orleans. There's Mississippi. Just like Katrina, huh? Same fate. But remember, Katrina was the big one. This isn't going to be the big one, hopefully, but still, you get your rain, you get your flooding. There's an old thing they say in Louisiana. It's called down by the bayou. Well, the bayou is going to get flooded. That's a guarantee. Yeah, look at this. There's even 20-inch rainfall expected right on the border of Louisiana and Mississippi. So look at that. So flash flooding. Expected pretty much a majority of Alabama, Mississippi. Yeah, they even think the Florida Panhandle is going to see some flooding. There's a chance right there. Yeah, Spaghettis are in agreement. I'm sorry, but they say do not make this map. Well, the models are in agreement. They think this is going to hit New Orleans. Even the Southern Florida management, they think this is going to impact New Orleans and Mississippi. If it's not Louisiana, it's definitely Mississippi. So here we go. They think Cat 1 is most likely. They think Tropical Storm could be most likely in that sense. Okay, there we go. By the way, I want to mention something urgent in Bermuda as well. Sally is a Cat 2 storm that is expected to hit Bermuda. Yeah, I might as well bring that up very briefly. Let me see what I can do here. I'll go on the fly and just bring that up very quickly. And bring that up as well. Do apologize. That's not it. I do apologize. I don't know what just happened. Nope, that's not it. No. Not Sally, no. Pollack, that's the one. Pollack. Keeping an eye on this one because it's supposed to hit Bermuda sometime later this morning. Hurricane conditions are expected to begin on the island within the next few hours. A prolonged period of strong winds, storm surge, and very heavy rainfall will likely continue into the day on Monday. Swells produced by Pollack are affecting portions of the Leeward Islands, Greater Antilles, the Bahamas, Bermuda, and the east coast of the U.S. So, you're going surfing this week along the east coast, because I know there's going to be nice weather here in New York this upcoming week. I would hold off on the surfing, because I know a lot of our beaches are going to be open here in New York, so at least from what I've heard, at least until the 26th. So at least you got another weekend. Wait it out. Yeah, see, they got a major... They got an M on this thing? On Pollack? Oh, they don't. Ah, okay, so they think this is going to be a Cat 1. Nah, Cat 2, my bad. There is an advisory. Yeah, let me just see the MB. We have the MB. Okay, we got an idea on the MB. So was it 976 it said, right? Yeah, 976. This is going to be a Cat 2. Amazing. Just amazing. know what we can do in the meanwhile? I guess what we can do is, best case, let's just try to get the infrared. We'll load these babies up right now, just to get an idea of how bad this storm is going to be. This is not going to be good, folks. I'm going to pull up Pollack. Yeah, I can't even get the other one at the moment. I can pull up this, because I know the other radars may not get it clearly. I just want to see what Pollack looks like, because there already is an eye forming, it looks like. Sorry to go a little bit off topic, but Bermuda is seeing a Cat 2 hurricane approaching them later this morning. That's why I'm briefly bringing it up. Now, when I take a look at this, I'm wondering, where is it? I can't find it. Ah, here it is. I want to do this. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the clouds. That's how you get an idea of this. But look how much rain there is in this storm. Bermuda's definitely going to get soaked. You know, they just... I think Bermuda had a storm a couple years ago. Whole island got devastated. Because, again, Bermuda is such a small... Yeah, there it is. If I go to my other website and look it up on SpaghettiMiles.com, where I normally get my sources, it'd just be a waste of time trying to explain this further. You know? Because, as you can see here, there it is. I'll even go into that, and I'll get into what we're talking about with Sally. But take a look how amazing this is. I mean, this is literally one behemoth right here. Look at that. I just literally circle. Okay, so with Pollack, hurricane warning is in effect for the entire island of Bermuda. So it will move northwest and then go northward on Monday. Yeah, see, higher gusts, they think 85 miles an hour. Okay, so a storm surge warning. Alright, here we go. They think Pollack will have 3 to 6 inches expected. Next advisory will be at 2 a.m. Next advisory would be 5 a.m. So I'll be keeping an eye on Pollack, and I'll be keeping an eye on Sally, because I just wanted to see what's happening in Bermuda, because I know I've been keeping an eye on this one too on my private time, because that's why we put any plays up on Saturday in case these storms get bad. Like, no, can't do it on a Sunday. No. Yeah, they won't go into specifics on the rainfall. They won't do that. But can we look at the wind? Get an idea of that? Yeah, see, Bermuda's at least going to get 100 mile per hour wind gust. Because if you get a Cat 2, that's at least, you know. So let's take a look at the models. Do apologize. I don't know what happened with the GFS. I thought we were going to load up the GFS first. So I will pull that up in just a second. Go along on the fly. There we go. 965. That's almost a Cat 3 right there in Bermuda. Wow. 963. Yep. Called it. This might be a Cat 3 when it makes landfall. Yep. So Bermuda's going to really get devastated, sadly. All over again. They can't seem to get a break. Yeah, but if it's going away from Bermuda, maybe it might strengthen in the Atlantic. So that's not really our concern. Okay, as far as Sally is concerned, 987. We don't want that. We want this. There we go. 42 hours. 982. 982 would be a tropical storm. Okay. So, in that regard, we're looking at a Cat 1 with Sally. With Pollack in Bermuda, we're looking at a Cat 2 or a Cat 3. That's your best bet right there. Forecasting this. Yeah, but look at this. I mean, they got the heavy rain for Mississippi and Alabama correctly. Look how much rain they're going to get. Even my friend in Jacksonville, she may see some rain out of this by earliest they're predicting is Thursday. And by the way, there is a Jacksonville, Alabama. So, Google it. Okay, there we go. Now let's take a look at the NAM. The NAM is an agreement of the GFS. It looks like Cat 1 or Tropical Storm. That's the way it looks right now. 974. So that would be Cat 2. Okay. So the NAM and the GFS are actually in agreement. Somewhat. Almost in agreement. Okay, but I need all of the mile on the load, otherwise it's going to be completely worthless. Okay, let's take a look. There we go. Yeah, I mean on the on the NAM, it's moving so slow. I mean, but why is the NAM suggesting that it's going to hit the Florida Panhandle? That is odd right there. That's 986. That would be a tropical storm. Okay. So the NAM thinks it's going to make landfall as a tropical storm in the Panhandle on Wednesday. So things could change. We get a more clear idea tomorrow on Monday. Okay, lastly, I want to talk about Laura, because Laura hit a couple weeks ago, and people in Cameron County, Louisiana, along with Calcasieu, and this county right here, they still got a lot of outages. Cameron County, where Lake Charles is, Energy is still reporting 1,738 out. Wait, 538 out, my bad. 1,538. 74,000 are out. Still. Amazing. Yeah, see, that still hasn't updated. It's 74,868 as of 12:35 a.m. Eastern on Power Outage US. Okay. So, let's check the comments. Okay, we got no comments. So, seeing that there are no comments, I do apologize about that. I don't know what just happened. Whoop. There we go. Okay, so I'm just checking the comments one more time. So, with that, I think we're going to wrap it up. So, more updates to come. I will be back with more details when I do find out more information. So, with that, thank you all for watching. This has been an Andy's Man, the Special Report.